Here's the text for this morning. I just want to give you this, James 3:13. James, who, as you know, the half-brother of Jesus, the administrator of the church there in Jerusalem, working with Peter, he has a lot of crisp, wise words in the book of James. And these 5 chapters are filled with nuggets. And it seems very clear that James was one who read the book of Proverbs on a regular basis, because so many of his statements are just appropriate little summations of wisdom in the book of James. And here's one in James 3:13. Who is wise and understanding among you? So he throws out a question to get you thinking, who is a wise person and who is understanding? And now he goes on to answer his own question by describing to you the person that he believes is wise and who has understanding. Let him show by good conduct that his works are done in the meekness of wisdom. So he makes it clear, good conduct, good relating one to the others, that their works are done in meekness, humility, of wisdom. But here's another translation that I think is very well too. In short, he says, a person who lives well, who lives wisely, and they live humbly. Meaning well, they're appropriate, whatever is appropriate in your situation. In every situation, every context is different. You have to figure out what is well at AUA on this September 1 in 2020. And by the way, speaking about 2020, this is the only time in your history that you'll ever have double digits like that. You won't have 1919 or 2121. 2020 is a unique year in many respects. So live well in 2020, he says. Just think about what is well. Today, this week, right here now, live wisely. Use your best experience, use your best knowledge, and how can I be wise and well in this environment right now? There are a lot of wise things you can do. I won't break that down, but there's so many ways you can live wise if you just think about it, well and wise. And then he says, don't be arrogant. Don't be offsetting. Don't be too big or too proud or lifted up. He says, be humble, be submissive, being willing to work with others and to be patient and giving and trusting. James says, that's the way. That's the person who's wise and understanding. It's the way you live, not the way you talk, that counts. And I just thought when I was reading this text that it's very much like this other one here in Micah 6:8, one of my favorite texts, Micah 6:8, very similar to what Micah was saying, act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. So James it seemed like he was very influenced by the prophets and as well as by Proverbs. And so just act justly, treat people, do the just thing, the right thing, and show love and mercy toward one another, whatever way you can in your interactions as you come back, as you settle in. Maybe you're a little thrown off after 5-6 months being away. Now you're coming back. And so the word is just be just, show mercy, and walk humbly. That word humbly is twice there. And we know the beauty and humility and being meek or kind toward one another. Ellen White says that one of the greatest sins in the church is pride. Pride. You're lifted up in your own mind. You have airs and distance, and you're not willing to submit. And we're always reminded to do just that. So I think that's it, folks. That's the word for this morning. Just a couple minutes. Keep these texts in mind and let them lead you throughout the day as you relate to one another. We want to give you a warm welcome back on behalf of the students who aren't here, the faculty and the staff and the administrators. But I am thrilled to see you this morning. We're delighted to see you, and so you are very much welcome this morning.